Eighth Grade Superzero, it's about Brooklyn, it's about New York, it's about regular kids, it's about friendship, it's about family, it's definitely about love. It's about figuring out all of the different kinds of loves in our lives. And it's about the extraordinary power of doing small, good things. In 8th Grade Superzero, Reggie learns about being a change maker in both a global and personal sense. Being an activist, a thoughtful doer, that's something that my parents made a part of my life from a very early age. When I was younger, I thought that it was all about doing something big, something spectacular. Like Reggie, though, I've also learned that there is a lot of power in the little things. And sometimes those things, the personal, matter even more. Reggie is an observer. He learns the value of paying attention. I think that moving around a lot during my childhood taught me to pay attention. And as a Jamaican, Nigerian, New Yorker, I have to appreciate that. I used to have this fantasy of working for the UN, where I could be an agent of positive change, and I did get sort of a chance to make that UN connection. Working as a volunteer in a fabulous program they used to sponsor in New York City public schools. It was called Understanding Nations. There was this really sweet girl in the class that I worked with. I'll never forget her, and her name was Mialani. And that's where that character's name comes from. Even though I was nothing like Dave in the book, when I was a youth group leader, I did have the Malcolm X t-shirt. I tried to create a space where the questions matter, where I didn't have all of the answers. My own faith is strong and my questions are huge, and I'm cool with that. It's not really all about me after all. I have to remember that every day. So does Reggie. He starts out the book so self-conscious, so mortified, ready to die of shame. I mean, it's hard to be 13 and find the humor in the fact that you've thrown up in front of everyone on the first day of school. The first day. You remember the first days. Like, I remember planning my outfits, even my conversations, always hoping for some unexpected goodness that would change my life. And then there'd be that pie-in-the-face moment, like the time I slipped and fell in front of a cute boy. I slid in my miniskirt for about 20 miles, and there's no way to recover gracefully from that. But there is always grace, and there is always a different kind of dying that needs to be done every day. Sometimes I just have to look a little harder, work a little harder. I had to look a little harder with Reggie. For a long time, he gave me trouble. I had to push myself to find the real story and figure out what he was really saying. There's a character in the book who says that everyone has a story, and everyone's story matters, and I believe that's true. Joe C., his story got richer over time, too. Ruthie was not hard. I love Ruthie. I'm working on a Ruthie book now because I love her so much. And she also needs to grow. That strength, that courage, that voice. Ruthie represents a lot of my inner life. I channeled Ruthie when I cut my hair really short earlier this year, and her crafty tendencies are definitely mine. I love to make things, and I have a lot of unfinished projects lying around. The work with my hands triggers the kind of brain work that I need in order to write. The movement moves me somehow. Like walking for me, that's another thing I love to do. My favorite walk is over the Brooklyn Bridge. I get inspired up there. Something about all of the different kinds of people walking, running, biking, wheeling, it gives me hope. I want to write those soaring stories. I want to try new things in my work, and I have to write with hope. I hope that readers are inspired by Reggie, Ruthie, and Josie's story. The power of story is just so incredible, unpredictable, and infinite. And for me as a reader, that, along with some gummy bears, is pure joy. And for a writer, it can be an awesome and terrifying ride. Thanks for reading.